The Fed should have moved faster, and also talked about the uncertainty over when supply chains and worker staffing problems would get back to normal.
And here in Connecticut, we are seeing the role the rise in inflation is having on families. Some are now forced to make some tough decisions when it comes to their budgets.
Channel 3's Wendell Edwards talked with some who are really just trying to make ends meet.
Before the end of his 24th year teaching school, Matthew Macaluso already had a summer job lined up. And not just to help pay for supplies in his classroom, but to help pay bills at home.
It was simply because I wanted to contribute more to my household.
Like many families, Macaluso says everything is just more expensive. He says his grocery bill has easily doubled.
We have 2 growing boys in the house. I mean, easily my oldest will have, 4,000 calories for dinner because he's an athlete. So we have to keep up with that, right?
Many are feeling the same financial strain, and it's worse, according to a Gallup survey, for lower-income families. More than 7 out of 10 say the rising cost of everything is creating a more unrecoverable hardship.
People are facing an inflationary pressure everywhere.
Dr. Mohammed Elahi is a professor of international business at Quinnipiac University. He says more people are looking and getting second jobs, particularly in areas where there is a shortage of workers.
So it is relatively easier for people compared to any time in the past 10 or 15 years to get a second job. So many people are actually getting a second job, and that is helping them pay their bills and keep up with the inflation.
We checked the numbers, and according to dollarsprout.com, a personal finance website, 41% of side hustlers relied on side incomes to cover monthly bills last year. That's up from 27% in 2020. Dr. Elahi says it makes sense to delay any big budget item right now, such as buying a car. He's delaying his vacation.
In fact, I have been delaying my trip to Europe because I know that right now I cannot afford. It will cost too much.
The cost is all too real for everyone.
6 months ago, when I was paying $40 to fill up my tank, and 4 days ago I'm paying $80 to fill up my tank. How do you not feel that?
Matthew Macaluso's second job will be as a pilot instructor this summer, and he says most of the extra money will help he and his wife manage inflation a bit better.
I would say probably a good 50 to 60%. To pay bills. Yeah.
It's the high cost of life now, forcing many families surviving this stressful period to find a way to pay for it all. Wendell Edwards, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.